Hello and welcome to another cup of coffee with me, Sandy. Yes, Tuna and me are still together. But just look at the earrings I have got. My girlfriend, Gina, found these coffee earrings. I don't know if you can see them, but they've got coffee written on them and they actually got the froth. And I just love them. And thank you so much, Gina. But enough of that. Let me introduce you to my guest today. A wonderful new artist, well, new to me. She has got a tremendous speciality, one that I know nothing about, and that is resin art. Resin art, but not only resin, but with crystals and healing crystals. And I know nothing about it. And her name is Jilly Law, and she's going to tell us everything. Hello, Jilly, and welcome.
Hi, Sandy.
Oh,
Cheers.
oh, you've also got tuners. Oh, I love you.
More tunes from Kuros.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome. Now, I started off by saying that you specialize in resin art, and I know zilch about resin art. So please tell me all about resin art.
Resin art is really a form of fluid art, and it's an amazing medium that we can use. It's very versatile. You can use it in flooring, you can use it in artwork, and obviously the resin that we use as artists is specially formulated with super UV resistance and amazing qualities to really bring your artwork to life.
Okay.
So
And how does it start? Has it got color to it?
it's clear. You buy it clear, and then you add the. I use like mica minerals to color it, and also there's special resin paste that you can use. You can use acrylic as well. So really, it's just a matter of just using what the suppliers recommend, and also experimenting a little bit as well. You
Okay.
get some amazing effects with it.
And I see behind you, you have got two pieces of art. That obviously is resin. How do you get all the shapes and the different colors in?
Yeah, well, exactly. So that's lots of layers that go on, and you use actually a heat gun. I've got a heat gun to show you to get the effect of the flow, and you can move the resin around once you've laid it on your canvas, and you can move it around in different ways to get different effects. So it really, the oceans are the best kind of artwork for resin art because you can really create a realistic look and give that flow factor. And also you have the brilliant shine and the gloss that looks like the ocean. So that's why I love doing oceans.
How long does it take you to do just one picture? Because I see you've got two on the wall. How long does it take to do one?
Yeah, well, I work if I'm doing a diptych, then I'll do them both together. So they, so I've got two canvases on the table, and they get worked together. So then you get the flow of the design really. So it's just a lot easier, and the colors, because obviously when you mix the color into the resin, every time it's different. You can never match because I make my own colors with the inks and the mica. It's best to do pieces if they're going to go together to do them together, and then you get the color match. So it can take, it's just layer by layer with a 24-hour. You have to sort of let it cure for 24 hours before you do the next layer. So really, it can take a week, a month, a
Wow.
few days. It's just a couple of layers. I mean, it just really depends.
Depends on how many layers you do. As I
Yeah.
look at it from my eyes to you, it actually looks like there is movement. And that's what I love about it. I've started to see your work, which I hadn't seen resin before. And it's for me, it's fascinating because every time I see it, I see something else. It's something else moves, something else shines, and it's incredible. But you also do things with um, stones. Tell me about the stones that you use. Crystals, I think.
Well, That's right. The crystals, it was my niece that introduced me to the crystals and the healing beliefs and the properties that surround the crystals. And there's science about it. I mean, it's the geologists that confirm all the ancient beliefs that they can be used to benefit us with the vibration and with their frequencies. They vibrate at an exact frequency, which can really help us because our immune systems are very not immune. Our bodies, our makeup, if you like, is really a little bit messier than the crystals really can regulate that. So it is actual science proven that they can help keep a regular vibe going. So I think it's really, really interesting, and they look beautiful.
It's
I mean,
more than
it's just
interesting. Have you
yeah,
got any crystals? Sorry to interrupt, but I've got to ask you questions.
yeah, sure.
Can you show me what a crystal looks like that you've got?
Yeah, they come in all different shapes and sizes. I mean, you've got an amethyst there,
Yeah.
you've got a cluster of quartz,
Wow.
and
Okay.
and also with the paintings, I obviously put in the smaller chips. I don't know if you can see there.
I can
That's
see
the
them. So
quartz.
are you cutting them into those chips?
No, I buy them. The quartz is very, very hard. I mean, it's very, very hard to cut. And so I buy them already cut. Some are tumbled and some have their points still. So I mean, it depends on the look that I want to achieve. But yeah, and they add a 3D dimension to the artwork as well, which makes it sparkle and special and just genuine minerals. Because a lot of the designs that I use are as if you were to slice a crystal in half. You get the lines in the design like nature's abstracts basically, and it's like a magnified version of a little crystal, and that's called geode art, and that is a speciality in resin art which I love to do as well. So it looks like a slice of crystal hanging on your wall with real crystals.
That's incredible. Now, when you buy your crystal pieces, do you put them outside in the sun so that they can get the rays of the sun, the heat, the atmosphere going into the crystals?
Exactly that, because you have to use the energy. I love to not just use crystals to look great. I love to genuinely cleanse the crystals and to put them in the sun to dry and to recharge. And I do believe there's definitely something to it with the energy and what they can amplify. So I set them up as best as I can. I'm not an expert, I'm not a geologist, but I love the fact that they're laying out in the sun, absorbing all that energy. And even when the finished paintings are done, I'll sit them out for a final charge, if you like, and then they're ready to go for the
What
client.
response do you get from people who've bought your paintings with the crystals in?
It's very positive. It's a positive energy artwork, really. I mean, even people that have never seen it before, not into crystals, you can just feel their energy when they're looking at it. And it's a proud moment for me because when art's been when I've done commissions for like surprise presents, I mean you get tears, you get a real emotional reaction, and it's incredible, really. I love it. It really does spread like the joy and the happiness. I know that sounds really cheesy, but there's something about the color and the way the resin works with the crystals that really do make it special.
Now, if I were to say to you, Jilly, I have got a home and basically it is very beige. How would you, and I don't like red, so how would you give me a painting without seeing my home?
Well, thankfully, I'm blessed to work with interior designers as well. So I've learned some tips along the way and what to pick out with when you're going to a consultation. And yeah, it's really about their preference, but bear in mind their interior at the moment might not be for forever. I mean, they might go to another color scheme or design. So really, it's I don't make it too in the moment. I like to make it quite classic, and that's really why oceans never date. So they go in any interior.
Sure.
And also with the slices of crystals that we do, or that I do, again, it's timeless. It's a timeless image, and so it can carry through. And when you use different colors and neutrals as well, with just a splash of color, that can really be a bold statement, a real centerpiece. So it really
Okay.
just depends on what they see on my website. They might say, "Oh, I like this," and we just talk about the design really, and go from there.
I can see you've got lots of things behind you. Is there anything else that you can show me and my
Yeah,
viewers?
well, again, with the resin, I also use stone to cast posters as well. So I use the stone and the resins with the crystals and the mixed metals as well. And these little coasters, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah, now I can see. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And I can see
So
some
yeah,
gold.
but they're all
I'm
different
very much
designs.
gold and glitzy. I have been all my life.
Yeah.
So golden. Wow.
And yeah,
Oh
so
my
different. So they're
goodness.
sort of like matte and gloss as well. So yeah, and the little dishes. Sorry, I keep leaning across. To put like candles in.
Hold it still.
So they,
Face the cat. Hold it still. That's absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I have seen you did at one exhibition that I've seen of yours, there was the wonderful it was a dish that I would put my jewelry in, and it was your resin, it was your crystals, it had gold, and I thought, this one is for me. This has my name on it. But you know what? It went for auction, and I didn't auction enough. So I am hoping that at some stage I will be able to get one of your little containers for all my jewelry. But if I do, and if I put my jewelry in, is it going to disturb any of the crystals that are there, any of the gold flake that seems to be there?
no, because it's all natural. So I take a slice of agate, so it's real crystal, which is the base, and then I put the whatever crystals you might like, or just selection to make it look like a little rock pool. And then the crystal, then your rings, they're really ring dishes, but you can put jewelry in any jewelry. And I mean, they say it can charge your rings. I mean, people that do yoga and meditation, they really believe that.
Charge my
Yeah,
rings.
yeah,
Please
that's
charge
really
them.
nice. I mean, even if it's just a sentiment of you thinking while you're busy or washing up or doing yoga or meditation, you can, or any sport, anything like that, you need to take your rings off. I mean, put them in the ring dish and then they almost like charge themselves. Like you've got the diamonds mixed in with the crystals, and yeah, they're having a little holiday in there.
It's fascinating. I love the sound of it. How did you start painting? When in your life did you start painting?
Well, I studied, I've done business studies at college. So I wanted to just finish school and work in the city. So I was drawing when I was 4 years old and doing art and collages with sellotape and cotton wool on my mum's wall. I mean, like nativity scenes when I was a real tiny girl. So I always was creative, and then, but I just wanted to work in the city. So it wasn't until really, and that was my office. My background is office, so it wasn't really until I got made redundant that I thought about going back to my, first sort of love, if you like, with the art. So and also I didn't really get abstract art before, and it wasn't something that I really thought about. I appreciated art and thought it was amazing and wonderful, but it was only really when I saw the fluid art that I started looking into it, and I like the way things are moving now with the modern designs. And then I discovered resin, and then it was like, yes, this is this. I want to put my mask on. I want to use the blowtorch. I want to use the heat gun. I want to get down and sticky with it. So it was exciting.
It sounds like you're a little girl again and you're playing with all
Exactly.
your toys.
Yeah, I mean, it's entertaining myself, yeah, with the rest.
And you have one studio that you work in. If people want to find you, having seen this program and heard all about the resin art and your crystals and uh, your dishes, how do they find you?
Yeah, so I do exhibit in Galleria 151, which is in Estepona, and they're doing a winter collective collection on the 9th of December, which will be great. So that goes through December, I think, until January. So lots of other artists are going to exhibit there. So I'm a long-term, like a resident artist there as well with pieces. I also have a gallery in El Oceano Hotel on the coast at La Cala. So, but they're closed at the moment and then reopening for Christmas and New Year, and then they close again till April. So they're right on the beachfront, so they do have to have a winter close. It's just really, and on my website, so you can just Google Jilly Law Art, and I just all my portals will come up, like the Instagram and the website, and you just get in touch that way, really. So it's just by just connecting with me, just by Google or at the galleries.
Okay, well, I'm certainly coming to the gallery on the 9th of December because I want to see your work and all the other artists as well. And I sincerely hope that Fernando will be there, Senor Tuna. Uh, and what have you got in your mind for your next project? Have you got something that is different and special?
Yeah, well, I am working on a couple of sculpture items, but they're still in the testing stage, like a massive 4 foot Buddha. And I'm trying to work out what the best way forward with him is. But yeah, I mean, it's just about, I have a few commissions to do right now to get done for, the Christmas time. And just really then doing a new collection for Eloshana. So it's just really getting through commissions and just perfecting. Every time I do a piece, I seem to learn from it. I mean, it's not always good, and sometimes it's a restart and it's a disaster. I mean, this is just resin art; it happens.
Does it break
So
your heart? Does it break your heart when you have to say, this is not working and you throw it away and you start again? Do you start with a new lease of life?
it teaches me when it goes wrong. I think it's going wrong for a reason. So I always spin it and keep it positive. And usually it's I learn from the art telling me I don't want to be this. I don't start again. So because I use a canvas and not hardboard, it's just easy to re-stretch a canvas. So it's just easy for me to do that. Sometimes it's just better clean canvas, literally, and then away we go. But yeah, it can be costly, but if I'm not happy with it, then that's it. It's a restart. So all my clients understand that, and they're very very patient with me. So and yeah, I love it. They think it's funny. I think it's funny because I think, oh God, it's a complete disaster. Let's start again, and then we just go forward.
Well, it definitely comes from the heart. And I just want to say, please tell me again how people can find you. Jilly Law Art,
Yes,
is
Jilly
it
Law Art.
.com?
Yes, jillylawart.com is the website. Galleria 151.
And that's in Estepona.
And also, yeah, in Estepona, and also El Oceano Beach Hotel. I have a gallery hallway in there.
Well, I have learned so much because, as I said right at the beginning, I knew diddly squat, absolutely nothing of how it works, what equipment you use, if it comes right at the beginning or if you have to redo it. You've answered all the questions that were in my head, but I didn't know the answer to. So it's not first time is always perfect. Nothing in life is always perfect, but just to also tell my viewers that the odd occasion there has been a slight glitz of Jilly. She's way up in the mountains and her connection today has been brilliant, but there has been the odd glitch. Please carry on watching because It really has been interesting and very informative. And I want to say to you a very early Merry Christmas. Thank you for being my guest today. And I look forward to seeing you at the art exhibition at 151 Galleria in Estepona on the 9th. And whoever is watching, I'm sure that they would love to see the exhibition and all the other artists who are along the coast, because there are just so many. But in the meantime, Jilly, I'm raising my cup to you and I'm saying to a very wonderful exhibition. And I look forward to seeing you and all your art pieces at Galleria 151. Take care. Thank you. And to my viewers, I'm saying not very many more cup of coffees this year. I think mid-December is going to be the last that I say hello, welcome to a cup of coffee, because it's party time. I come up with every excuse. It's either party time or it's summertime and then I'm a beach girl or whatever. So watch for the next couple of cup of coffees, and then there won't be any more until the middle of January. So in the meantime, Jilly, again, I say thank you. Bye-bye. And bye-bye
Bye,
to my
thank you.
viewers. And take care and God bless. Bye-bye and thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.